We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Tez Johnson, Oregon wide receiver, and he is unguardable on the film. And I want to talk about him because he is listed at 5'9", 156, and people will be out on him as a prospect because of those measurements. And yes, they are at the bottom. You know, his weight is 1%, like in the 1 percentile. He is very, very small, but I believe he's an exception to the rule because there's exceptions to the rules in every single draft. And talking about Tez Johnson, specifically at receiver, these smaller guys, they have to be really good at the small guy receivers things first and foremost to actually have a chance at the next level, which he is. He's a very explosive player. You have to be explosive at that size to make the NFL level. He's very explosive, changing directions. He understands how to get open. He's a great route runner. He knows how to work leverage, manipulate DBs by working pace and tempo. He's also got the versatility to be not just a slot receiver. He can play on the outside and be a Z. He's a multi-level impact. A lot of times these smaller receivers are just slots and they can only make an impact in that short to intermediate range. So that to me raises Tez Johnson's level because you give him these underneath touches and he's very explosive, make you guys miss. He's a yak guy for sure. Like, he has great yak feel and explosiveness, but he's also a guy that can push down the field and be a threat at all three levels, which is a big plus for him and I think gives him a chance. And then when it comes to things that smaller receivers kind of struggle with, is he in that category? Because those guys, like some smaller receivers, just never make the impact you want because they struggle with the small receivers things, which is you want to look at their toughness and play strength. And I think his toughness and play strength is actually pretty solid for his size. Like, it's not going to be anything elite or anything, but like I've seen him work through some contact, which is huge. You want to be able to work through contact, especially with the ball in his hands. He's willing to play with some physicality, which is big. And I've seen him make some tough catches. I do think that's where, like, the one, you know, him being small actually hurts him is at the catch point. Because I've seen him have some struggles with, like, inconsistencies at the catch point, which I think hurts him. But I've seen him make some tough catches as well. So, like, the limited catch radius, that type of thing, will hurt him at times. But I think that's a hurdle he can get over. As long as he stays healthy, like, he knows how to get open. And he knows, like, he has such a good feel for after the catch. We'll look at all that stuff. But, like, here in the slot, like, look at the crossover potential. Like, here it doesn't matter because it's in zone, but you can just see the explosiveness running this route. Like, one, look at, like, he understands pace and tempo. Like, he can either fire off the ball and hit you with just, like, straight speed, get to top end acceleration so fast, or he can glide and then hit that crossover. Once he sticks that foot in the ground, look at that level of acceleration, catch the ball, and then look at the feet and fluidity, angles. Like, he's so fast and explosive here. He has the, like, explosiveness to just beat the safety to the point, which allows him to get upfield and pick up extra yards, adding extra yak ability. He's not your normal small slot receiver, and there's always these small slot receivers that make it at the next level every single time. And I've been usually the ones that I'm huge fans of end up being pretty successful. I feel pretty confident with Tez being another one for that sort of smaller receiver group, even though he's very, very small. Just really good job working angles here. We'll look at this in the slot again against Penn State. He dominated this Penn State game. Look at him glide to the outside. He's staying square. He's staying patient. He moves this DB off his spot by gliding. Then once he does that, boom, break across his face to the inside. Takes a good route angle. He understands, like, he doesn't, like, round off his routes very often. He gets down flat. And now once he catches the ball, he turns into a threat after the catch. Look at him set this up. He starts to get upfield vertically, knowing, like, this is where he wants to go. He has the feel and vision for this. So he takes that first step upfield vertically, which gets 13 to step this way. And now you stick that foot in the ground, dynamic. He gives me Tank Dell vibes. He's, like, slightly smaller than Tank Dell, but, like, he kind of moves like Tank Dell. He runs routes like Tank Dell. I think he has similar, like, physicality and play strength of Tank Dell, and Dell has made it at the next level. He has had some injury problems, so that's something to keep note of. But Tez has to, like, you know, stay decently healthy, from my understanding. But, like, look at the feet, man. He's so dynamic once he gets in open field. And then it's plays like this that make me feel good. Like, another example of him running route, this time not creating separation. We've seen the routes where he creates separation. Like, he starts off his route here, you know, gliding, taking an angle, show his eyes, body language, all working to the outside, gets the DB to open up his hips, and now cross back to the inside, get on your path. And now he's getting, like, held. He fights through the contact and makes a tough catch. He's not always going to do this, but the fact that it's on a part of the tape is huge for him, because being able to make some tough catches will really, I think, make me feel better about his projection to the next level. Because to me, he's a solid day 2 guy. I think he goes somewhere in round 2 or 3. And then guys are clearly scared of his vertical speed because Here, like, look how, like, he just kind of flies off the ball. This DB is already ready to open up his hips, and he just breaks the inside. No wasted movement. I like seeing routes like this because we know if you watch a Senior Bowl film, he was taking his time. He was running routes he's never going to run in actual games. And then sometimes on film, he'll take his time too. But, like, there's definitely plenty of times where he just gets upfield, breaks across, gets open, no wasted movement. And then look at some of the physicality after the catch. Like, he stops on a dime, boom, works through the DB, continues to fight, fall forward for extra yards. Like, that's pretty good balance and play strength for a guy that's listed at 156. Like, it's, to me, not playing like 156. He's not playing like way bigger than that, but it's not like smallest receiver in the league type of feel. And he does stuff like this where he kind of explodes down the field. To me, he'll probably be mostly a slot at the next level, but if he does play in a system like where Tank Dell is for Houston, like in the Shanahan style systems, I think he'll play on the outside because they do a lot of condensed, two receiver set anyways. So like it's kind of him like playing in a similar spot as the slot, but he'll be the outside guy just with how condensed their formations are. But this is just a good feel. Like one, get out of his break cleanly, and then work back towards the ball. Being QB friendly, works away and back towards it to get away from both of these threats. Catches the ball, and he's got. This is one of my favorite parts of this game. Is his yak anticipation. So once he catches the ball, he's already shifting his momentum to space, and he has a great feel for where guys are and their momentums and stuff. That he's able to make them miss just with his body positioning and anticipation, and he makes that first guy miss. Second guy, he gets tripped up, but like he was almost hit him with that step back. Very dynamic player. Really, really enjoy. And he's smart too. Like here's another example. In the slot, red zone threat. He gets one-on-one with this safety down here. Look at him hit him with this crossover. He peeks to the inside and then hits that hard jab to the outside frame of this guy, which gets this guy to freeze, move off that spot. He crosses his face, gets open to another window, catch that ball down in the end zone, which is very nice to see. Just running some like basic slants, option routes. You can run the routes to perfection. This guy's coming on a blitz. Don't waste too much time on your route stem. Catch the ball. See that this guy's going to be playing off. You replace that so he just gets into it, catches it, and now runs through an arm tackle. Just becomes a big threat. Now that he has the speed to pull away from that guy, get down the field, has that explosive potential. And this is a part that I really like because I would say like 90% of the guys that are like really small like this, and he's not going to break this every time, but like most of the time, they're going to go down at this point. They're going to get tackled. They're not going to turn this into a huge play, especially at 156, because he's like Tutu Atwell size. Like Tutu Atwell would not break that tackle and go all the way. Like he has good speed, but like I think he's to different levels of a player as Tutu Atwell. And Atwell hasn't even been that bad for the Rams. Like when he plays, they just have a lot of weapons. And then he can also just be a screen threat, like here running the bubble. Look how dynamic, man. Like look at the movement skills. Look at this lower body flexion. Like one, as soon as he catches it, which the ball is kind of thrown low and behind him, so he has to stop his momentum. He then is able to instantly accelerate to beat the first defender, pick up his feet, and then look at him already getting ready for the second guy. Look how dynamic and explosive he is, changing directions, makes that guy miss. And then just the feel for the guy behind him to drop underneath and then show contact balance and play strength to fight and like stay on his feet, not go down instantly, which is just insane work. And then he'd also just be like a levels route runner. Like he understands like the timing and pace of this stuff. He'll work angles, get on the flow, be exactly where he needs to be in these zone types of coverages, gets into that blind spot. Just very, very great work from Tez. Here, boom. Doesn't even create a bunch of separation. Love seeing him make a tough catch. I don't think he's a super natural hands catcher, but like he will make some tough catches. Like here, in the bunch formation, take that, the angle to the outside, square this guy up, boom, foot fire, cross his face, make a catch there, kind of fall forward. Just being like, I think like a third down conversion type guy on those routes. I think he can do that. And he can also just be straight vertical. Like he can just go, put on his high horse. You want him to run down the field. He's got the speed. You can see him pulling away, and he tracks the ball pretty well. Like not really slowing down at the catch point there, running through it and continues into the end zone. Like he did most of the work out of slot, but I do think he can potentially play as like a Z. And it's like you get him matched up. Like here you get him matched up with a linebacker who has the leverage advantage. If he wants to break to the inside, he sinks those hips. Like he's that typical guy. You line him up, you get him as the number 3. They basically are empty with they motioning the running back there. He's like number 3 on the play, or on the 3 receiver side, or he could be number 2 on the back side. You get him matched up in the slot like this, like he's gonna beat that 1-on-1 every single time. fall forward for a first down. Very, good job. Here's another great example of just the pace, the tempo, kind of lull the DB to sleep, and then hard break to the inside, catch the ball, takes a flat angle, and then look at the anticipation. He catches the ball, look at him shift his momentum right as his feet hit the ground here, to then change directions and bounce to the outside because he knows that's where the space is, and he's able to accelerate away and pick up some nice gains, not go down there. Another example of him down the red zone making a tough catch on the fade, makes a back shoulder adjustment, not with a ton of separation. Those are things you want to see out of Tez Johnson. Big part of his game. Stop on a dime, love the motion stuff. So like we were talking about with some of the Shanahan style schemes, I think some of those teams will really like him. Get him motioning out, boom, catch, work. Stop on a dime, full speed. Look at the lower body flexion. You can see that. Like, look how flexible that lower half is. Stay on his feet, work back towards the ball, catch it, and then another shift of momentum anticipation to make that first guy miss right away. That's such a big part of his game. Really, really enjoy that. And then just Tez Johnson, he's a manipulator in his route stem. Like, this guy is all the, look where Tez is, look where the corner is and where he's running this route. He's trying to work into that blind spot. He's selling the double move, peek back up, and then hard breakaway. And then good, situational awareness near the sideline to drag his feet in bounds. He's got that type of part of his game too. And then just working angles, running these in breakers. He's definitely comfortable running slants, glance routes, and he does it in multiple different ways. We've seen him with him gliding out there, slow play, hesitation moves. Then he'll just also run, accelerate off the ball as quickly as possible, attack an angle, and then instantly break across the face. And then look at the stop on the deceleration is such a big part of his game because that's something a lot of the small guys have to have. They have to be able to accelerate, but they also have to be able to decelerate. It's such a big part of route running, and there you can see it's a part of just picking yards after catch too. Just Tez Johnson, unguardable, such a good player. Big fan of his game. I think he's going to be a very solid player. I think the only way the size thing would really is if he struggles with injuries at the next level, which, I mean, it's pretty much impossible to predict that for most players. And then I think the other way size can actually affect his game is mainly at the catch point stuff. He'll have some drops. He has a limited catch radius. But I think as a route runner, it definitely helps him out. And I also think Yak, he plays pretty tough, which is something you have to be able to do, but he also just makes people miss. So if you remember, cut me and subscribe.